Hello and welcome. Namaste. My name is Alexandra. I'm a functional and an integrative yoga therapist, and my work is to help you feel better in your body right now. So I'm back. I took a little bit of a break. Life happens, and I had to pour into myself before I could create more for you. So today I want to teach you a hip flow, functional hip flow, to help you release some of these heavy emotions that get stuck in our hips. And what I have realized recently is when we hold on to our past and we have a hard time forgiving ourselves, we manifest lack of ease, dis-ease in the body, and especially in the sacral area, the hips, the bladder, the kidneys, when we have fear. Because if we're holding on to the past and we're unable to forgive ourselves or just let it go, whatever it may be, a mistake that we made, a relationship, a breakup, something that happened, something we said. We can hold such judgment to ourselves for such small things. But when we're doing that, we create blockages in our body, and energy and prana, life force, cannot flow through with ease. And then it shows up as physical symptoms, because everything happens spiritually before it happens physically. It shows up in these physical symptoms in our body, and our body's like, hey, knock, knock, help me. So with that all being said, I'd like to focus today on just letting things go, trusting the process, forgiving yourself, and being in alignment with that. So we're going to use the wall, and if you have two blocks, awesome. If you don't, you can roll up a towel or something, just so you can have a little bit of extra support. So let's start by making our way all the way up to the wall, into legs up the wall. You can let the ball just rest by your side for now. Let's take a big inhale through the nose. Sigh it out through your mouth. Nice exhale. Let's go ahead and do another one. Begin to breathe here from belly to ribs to chest. Slow exhales through the nose. And I'm going to offer you mantras throughout this practice. I might just repeat them, say them out loud. And what you can do is verbally repeat them, or repeat them in your mind, or even write them down afterwards. I trust my process. I forgive myself so I can free myself. I am divinely guided. I flow with the rhythms of life. Because I trust that I am divinely guided, I flow through life with ease. Spirit always has my back. Let's bring the feet flat to the wall. You might need to move an inch or two away from the wall. Go ahead and widen the feet. Open the arms out like wings, and let's drop your knees over to the right. So we're in like a pinwheel pose against the wall. We won't be here for too long, but don't think about time. Simply be with what you feel in your body and your breath. I let go of the old and welcome the new with ease. It is okay to trust in the unknown. It is okay to have trust in the unknown. The past is in the past. I forgive myself to free myself. Slowly bring your feet flat. Ground the low back. And let's lower the knees to the opposite side. Pinwheel pose against the wall. Breathe here. I trust that I am divinely guided. It's okay to let go of my past. I move into the new changes of my life with ease. Continue to breathe here, in through the nose and out through the nose, belly, ribs, chest. On your inhale, begin to bring the feet flat, straighten the legs up the wall, and bring yourself into butterfly up the wall. Feet together, press one hand into each leg, manually fluttering your legs and hips. I flow with the rhythms of life. When I let go of my past, I set myself free. I release all fear. I shift into trust. Pause here. I trust my body to take care of me. I trust myself to take care of my body. I flow with the rhythms of life, the seasons, the shifts in the world, the shifts within my inner self. I flow with it all. God does not give me anything that I cannot handle. I trust myself to feel everything that comes my way. Instead of numbing things out or avoiding things or ignoring them, I feel them. Slowly begin to bring your feet flat to the wall and begin to take the ball under the right fleshy side of the lower back. It might feel a little bit achy. Breathe here. I'm using my feet and my elbows to lean into the ball. We don't want to go into the spine. We'll spend just a little bit here in the QL muscle and external oblique. Take one more breath. Sink into it. And slowly release the ball. Feel the difference between the two sides. And then begin to lift the low back to place the ball underneath the left QL side, the left side of the body, QL muscles. And begin to roll out the lower back. We're not on any bones. And as you are ready here, slowly begin to sink into the ball. Visualize a body of water. I flow with the rhythms of life. Slowly release the ball. Pull your knees into the chest, give yourself a hug. So all of this was like closed chain work. That means that the wall was closing our body off from more. So now let's shift that around and come off the wall. And let's come on up into a tabletop. And from tabletop, inhale, lengthen the left leg out. Glide it out to the left side, foot flat. Inhale, left arm lifts. Fill all this space from the foot into the pelvis, into the front body, back body. Breathe into that. Fill it up with the life force of your breath. And let's bring the hand down by bringing it forward, like a front stroke. Let's do that again. Come back into the pose. Inhale here. Exhale, front, stroke it forward. And then when you lower your hand down, round the back. And let's take this left knee back. So we're in spinal flexion. Tuck the toes, round the back, tuck pelvis. Inhale, lift tailbone, drop belly, lift hips and head. And then exhale, round. Inhale, lift hips and head. And then exhale, round. And we'll switch sides. Inhale, lengthen the right leg back. Exhale, right foot out to the side. Inhale, right arm lifts and twist. Breathe. Now all that space that you have opened, that you're creating here in this posture, and everything that you're feeling in the body, everything that this pose is lighting up for you to feel, breathe into it. Vacuum up the tension with the inhale. Let it go with the exhale. Let's practice that move again. So from here, we'll inhale and then exhale, front stroke your hand forward to round the back into spinal flexion and take that right knee in with you, tabletop. Inhale, drop belly, lift hips and head. Exhale and round. And again, inhale, drop belly, lift hips and head. Exhale, round. Pause. From here, inhale, lengthen your left leg back and exhale, knee to the wrist, foot towards the right wrist. Slide on back into Kapotasana, pigeon pose. Breathing here. You could stay up on the fingertips if you would like, or you could simply just lower down right away, whichever you prefer, or you can use your block. Breathe here. I trust that everything that I need to know arrives to me when I need to know it. There is nothing I am being left out of. I am divinely guided. I trust my process here. Take another breath. And from Kapotasana, pigeon pose, come on up onto the palms, separate your fingers, feel the grip of your palms in the mat. Take a breath. Tuck the back toes, glide your back knee into a tabletop. Unhook this left leg, shake out the leg. Okay, and with the toes tucked around the back, lift the knees into Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Bend one knee at a time, drop the opposite heel down and feel the difference between the left leg and hip, low back versus the right. So the side that we went into pigeon on and worked through the energetics of our hip, emotions, tissue, created more space, or also known as sukha, good space in the body. Let's lower down into table. Shoulders over wrists. Inhale, lengthen right leg back behind you. Exhale, right knee towards the right wrist, foot towards the left wrist, but it doesn't have to be at a 90 degrees, so no perfectionism here, just listening to what the body needs. Letting that body wisdom shine through. Breathe here in Kapotasana. Sitting upright if you would like, or slowly begin to lower yourself down. Breathe here. I trust my path. I trust that I am divinely guided at all times. I let go of my past as I remember that the past is in the past and I don't need to bring it with me into the now. It's okay for me to let go. Love is flowing through my body all the time. I am at peace. Breath in through the nose and breath out through the nose. Slowly prepare to release by coming up onto the palms. Tuck your back toes. Grip the fingers, take a breath, feel your body. In your mind here, say something kind to your body. Let's walk that back knee in and inhale. Take your right leg back, shake it out. Come back into tabletop and tuck the toes, lifting into Adho Mukha Svanasana, or downward facing dog. Bend one knee at a time, drop the opposite heel, breathing here. When you drop the opposite heel, sway the hips so the femur bones can move, energy shifts. Let's walk the feet towards the hands, fold. Interlace the fingers behind the head. Hinge at the hips, so slight bend in the knees. Breathe, soften your jaw. Release your hands to your shins. Press into the shins. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift. Exhale, let's fold. Bring the hands down to the mat. Walk your feet out wide. Heels and toes out. Drop the hips into Malasana, deep squat pose, arms inside of the legs. So legs are pressing into the arms are pressing into the legs, palms together at the heart space. Lift the head, 3 deep breaths. And if you can't quite get your heels down, that's okay. It took me 5 years. And if you need to sit on a block, please, please, please do. Support is everything. Give yourself the support. We're not alone here in this. It's a solo soul's journey, but we need the community and the support to help us. So grab a block. And begin to lower the hands down in front of you and then behind you. Walk your feet forward. Press and scoop the hips up. Reverse table, inhale here. Exhale, glide your hips back towards the hands. Give yourself a hug. Slowly begin to release, making your way down into a Shavasana. Bringing the right hand to belly, left hand to heart. Trust your process. I'm glad we crossed paths here and that you've taken this and that you decided to practice with me. Up above, I've linked some other classes that you might like as well to help you feel more connected to your body, to yourself. Releasing pain is a process, and these affirmations really do help. So if you liked this practice, please subscribe and practice more with me. Feel free to leave me a comment. If there's something you'd like to see, I'd be happy to teach it. So this is where I leave you. Take your time. From my heart to yours, namaste.